Well, hello there. This is Dr. Reynard, and this is my first interview. This is Yusa Kakriko here.
Hello.
He's uh, he's a fellow fox.
Fox? I thought
I
I was
guess
different. Oh well.
he's a fox or not a fox. I don't really know.
I'm a fox with
But
domestic reality.
yeah, well, uh, thought we'd do an interview here. He offered to do the interview, so well, tell us about yourself, Yusa.
Oh, me? I'm a multiple fur with a different personality of everyone, basically. So yeah.
Pretty much belong underneath in that case. I guess
Nutcase.
that works.
Describe a nutcase to me, please.
Yeah, that's him. He's weirdo. He's a little bit weird in the head, but it works. That's why we're doing the interview here, and I mean it does explain I'm a psychologist after all.
A good one, probably.
Ah, what? Good one? What?
Good fox.
He's a weirdo. But yeah. Let's see. So tell me about your childhood. Why not? Like what'd you go up around? What'd you do? Like, why are you like you are now?
You mean my child? Oh, he was a crazy one back then. I used to chase a lot of people, thinking I was the top
Kind of like
fur.
would you say kind of like a pervert, if you will?
Not a
Or pervert, maybe?
Not a pervert, more like a crazy fur. Just want to hang with
Crazy
people,
fur,
but
huh?
they got scared of me because I was too crazy.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty interesting thing. So what do you like? What's some of the stuff you like, by the way? Foods and video games and such.
Well, food, that depends. If there's pizza, yeah, I'll numb on the pizza and fight people for it.
So he's a pizza nut.
Yeah,
Alright.
sometimes. Depends on what kind of pizza it is, though. You just gotta
Okay,
remember.
what about a beverage? Any type of beverage you like?
A Monster Energy drink will do good right about now.
Monster Energy, I mean, I don't know, I think the last... Wow, I don't know if we have any of those. Let's see.
You got any?
I guess not. I thought we did. Guess next time we'll have to have something, energy drinks and all that stuff. But yeah, well, it works.
As long as it's not a boot to the head kind of type of drink, I'll be good.
Phoenix, right? Wow, that's just wow. Because I was watching that yesterday night, and I had seen. I kind of like tuning in the wind to get the most boots to the head. Like boot to the head. Ow! That kind of thing.
Like I said, as long as I don't get no boot to the head type of drink, I'll be fine.
Oh, why the heck would there be a boot to the head? I mean, did you mooch off anyone? In a situation of that whole Phoenix Wright thing?
No. It's just I just don't like boots being thrown at me.
He doesn't like being boots thrown out.
You ever been hit by a boot
Interesting.
before?
Not purposely.
Trust me, it doesn't feel well when you get hit by a boot when it's thrown in the air.
That's quite interesting, I guess. So, tell me, what type of music do you like? You like any type of music? Things like that.
Music-wise? Let me think. Music. Ah, I know one. Dubstep, rave, and trance.
Ah, dubstep, rave, and trance. Cool. So, let's see. Some of your hobbies, perhaps? Things like that?
I like to make fursuits half the time when I'm not busy and hanging with friends.
And do you work with a certain company, perhaps?
Oh yeah, Sweet Falls Creations.
Oh, wow, I know him. Does he recall me at all?
Oh yeah, he says you're a funny fox every time you try to do your interviews.
First interview in a long, long time.
He also says you need to do more interviews.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, what about, I don't know, what's some of your views, some of your interests besides the stuff I asked?
Oh, you mean the views on the furry fandom?
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way.
Yeah. Well, I'm an old school fur. Been in the fandom almost 18 years of my life.
Oh, wow. I think I've been like 19 or something like that. Just not really,
First time I did my fursuit, basically, when I was dressed as a dragon.
Think
At the age of 5.
a dragon. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love drawing them. Actually, I love drawing dragons. I don't know if say I'm any good or anything, but who knows?
You should show the world sometime about that.
Yeah, maybe one of these days I will. So, what about what about some other things like what's your views on the whole stereotypes and everything? Are they think they're fitting of us? You know, that whole thing.
You mean the separations between old school fur and the modern age and the new age furs?
Well, that, and then I was thinking the whole what we are and
Uh,
why the whole stereotype really fits.
some people these days are, like, how should I say it? Dense is the word I'm looking for. But
Well,
some people, basically, they don't know what we are. So we go out there and try to show them we're not like what people think we are. A bunch of yippaholic fursuit addicts. We're just
Yeah.
healthy people who try to help each other.
Well, what about foxes in general? That whole stereotype they throw out.
Oh, you mean whatever the fox we want? And how foxes are always yippy? Well, that depends on the certain type of person as the fox.
Yeah, turns out the person who is the fox. Like, I, for instance, I say all the time, yeah, I'm a fox. I'm just not a yippy one.
Me?
I don't like being giantly yippy. It just doesn't really please me. And just a little FYI, if you didn't know, we foxes are made for life. So, are those stereotypical peoples? I mean, I am a doctor here. You're talking to this guy here. He's a doctor.
Yes.
I know my stuff and I research things.
So have I,
And
but if
we
you looked
don't
at
we
it-
don't like to be like we foxes actually mate for life. We don't just no longer kind of sit there whoring ourselves out. I mean, I've done this and I've posted on my human friends page. He just likes to, kind of. I just let him, kind of take the credit because I have to use his page and everything. But he kind of says, foxes are not what you think they are. They're not what the stereotype says. They're not like giantly yippy and all that crap. Well, yeah, they really aren't. They stick with their mate. It's just one of the things they do. You don't stick with your mate. I mean, that just doesn't show devotion. That doesn't show
No,
dedication.
it just shows you're a typical slut, like some people say. If you don't show devotion to your mate and go with other people.
Yeah, I mean, geez, I've been doing that almost every time I try to get with someone. It's just they're not devoted.
No, they just want to do one-night stands. That's typical of the new age furry fandom these days. They only want to do one-night stands and hang with people and yip, 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 yip.
I mean, but I can contradict that some way. Some furs are really cool. They're really good inspirations.
Oh yeah, they are.
Some of them may be yip, 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 but they won't force it upon you.
Nope, they'll ask before they do it.
So that, they don't ask you. You're pretty good, right?
There's a boundary lines between respect and non-respect. Half the new age furs went from respect to non-respect because they only think about one rule, yip.
Sorry about that, just adjusting your video a little bit.
Which would mean the old school furs like us, we stay in respectable boundaries because we have what we call moderations and boundaries.
Yeah, sorry about that. Trying to get a little bit comfortable there. Kind of the seat's a little kind of bony and thick if you get hard, if you know what I mean.
But that's what I like. But that's what I joined. I joined the furry fandom when I was a young fox, they should say, at some time.
A kit, pretty much.
A kit. Or like the dragons would say, a young whelp. I joined the fandom at a young age. Back then, the furry fandom was always being sneered and ridiculed. Now it's a new generation.
Well, so just an honest question. What do you think about that whole furry force thing? You think it's like funny, stupid, or just really?
It's kind of
a
what the fuck moment, basically, because Fox was basically making fun of the furries, and we're not like that, basically.
I mean, hey,
It makes me want to go like this when I see the show.
I mean, come on, think about it. Dr. Phil thought he was going to make a joke out of us.
Oh, you mean that crap chaser?
That poo chaser, the crap
That poo
chaser,
chaser.
that shit chaser. Yeah, pretty much.
Eh.
He decided.
He showed how stupidity he was.
He showed his stupidity, and he showed how stupid he was.
Basically, if people are going to be like that, they don't know what the furry fandom is. They need to go out there and find out by themselves what the furry fandom is.
Interestingly enough, I mean, the show asked me to go on there, and I was like, no. Dr. Phil is good. I'm going to make Dr. Phil look like a moron.
I told him straight up, I'll make him look like an ass in front of national television.
And the funny thing is, the two people went on there, Boomer the dog and Colpeo Wolf.
They made him look like an ass.
Shout out to both of you. You're actually really cool. I went and actually, awesome actual thing. I went and actually messaged Colpeo, trying to find her. I found her. I told her how awesome she did defending us.
Mm-hmm.
And how well that, how well she did. How awesome she did. How well she defended us. Made us look good. And how miserable Dr. Phil kind of looked at the end. He's like, I messed up. I foxed up.
Yeah, he only messed up because he thought the furries were a bunch of perverts and all that crap. Which we're not.
But as almost everyone would say, even in the fur fandom, to each their own.
Exactly.
If I sit there saying you can't do this and you can't do that, but then I go and tell, somebody tells me I can't do this and I can't do that, shouldn't I follow at that point? Because if they can't do it, I can't do it.
I have an old saying: always help a fellow fur in need.
Oh, that's especially what I'm doing that. I'm getting a house right next door, and actually Yusa's one of people moving in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And two other fellow furs. One of them's kind of new. The other is actually pretty much a son of mine. When it comes to fur children and everything. Yeah, I mean, like real life, I'm not gonna really have a child that old, but yeah. Well, a kid that old. Yeah, I mean, real life, the human, he has a daughter. In actual real life, he does. Prefer no comments on real life or questions on that, though. But yeah, I mean, bringing people in as a whole, and bringing them together, keeping the fandom strong, and uplifting each other, making ourselves a very powerful, very, not powerful in the sense of beat the crap out of each other, take over the world, overtaking kind of crap, but powerful in the sense we know what the heck we're doing. We're trying to stand up for each other and do whatever we can. By the way, I do also have to say that for the Bronies, and shout out to you Bronies as well, because I am a Brony as well. I do like MLP. Yusa here has actually just gotten recently into MLP, which I think is pretty cool. He just
Database has no proven claims yet about that.
He doesn't really have any kind of definite concept for his character or anything. That's okay. I'm gonna help him out on that. But, I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff. I mean, he even knows that in the long run I can be doing some more videos and everything. Can do video games, some interviews with other people.
In video games, he's like a rager when he gets mad. I quit!
It depends on what game, but yeah. I'm gonna do some con videos, like when I go to cons, just gonna take some stuff and maybe edit and do some videos, music videos perhaps, or just goof off moments at the con, who knows, I mean, by the way, both of us are vapors, we both smoke vapes, so shout out to you vapors as well, that's awesome. He does smoke vape as well,
yes, but a stronger blend than he does.
Yeah, because I kind of...
He went light.
I kind of had to go light because I kind of smoked too much at once. Got that giant nicotine high that made me, a little too, bleh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. That's not good. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Sorry, I screaming off there for a second, so you might not have been able to see us. Maybe the screen was recording, I'm not sure. But yeah, this has been one of these really cool interviews I can be doing. Next time, I guess we could do another one pretty darn soon. Thinking of doing one of the interviews maybe once or twice a month. I don't know if it'll be Yusa next. I don't know. Maybe Yusa will be one of those people who pop on here and there. I don't know. Maybe all the time.
It depends
It's
if I
his
don't have a
choice.
busy time schedule.
You guys might meet my fellow friend Macchiato. He's actually pretty cool. Kind of a coffee freaky.
You mean that coffee nut that always screams espresso in the morning?
Yeah, he kind of like yells out, "Give me my espresso!"
I almost threw a monster at him today because he kept annoying me.
Yeah, I don't know where he is right now. I guess he's like drinking a whole buttload of coffee or something.
Last I checked, he was at Starbucks.
Starbucks?
Yeah.
Damn, Starbucks is like 2 to 3 cities away. Holy crap.
You know him and coffee.
When do you get a car?
I don't know.
Wow.
He had one for a while.
I didn't know that.
He just went to another town to go get coffee because he kept screaming espresso.
So I guess he got his espresso. I don't know where the heck he is now, though, because he messaged me earlier. Wait, let me see if he messaged, actually. No, he didn't. Okay.
He's too busy getting espresso, like I said.
Yeah, I guess he's into that espresso too much, but yeah. Well, we'll see you guys later. Hi, Paul.
2 iPods.
See y'all later. And Doctor out here. We'll see you guys later. See you next time on one of my interviews with Dr.